our LCS is Cowabunga Comics out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and their mail order company, Deep Discount Comics. And we went there, and we were actually invoice number 00001. We were the very first their very first customer, which was kind of cool. They've been nothing short of fantastic, customer service wise. Discounts, they were very close, if not the same or better than DCBS on a lot of things. Over and above, customer service wise, always taking care of us, going the extra mile. So responsive, getting instantaneous responses back to questions about things, and to the point where knowing the stuff you like and anticipating your needs and having it suggested that you might want to add this to your order already before you even have to think about it. That's kind of cool. Really quality experience. So we love working with Cowabunga and Deep Discount, and that's why they're in our show notes every single episode, and have been for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. That we leave them there because we like them. They're cool, good people. That's why they're in there. By God, they'd tell you to, if you've got a local comic book shop that you love, stay with them, because everybody needs to support their local comic shops. But if you're looking, check them out. You can check them out in the show notes. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of them. Either get on their list, just so you can check and see what kind of FOC and pre-order stuff they have and the discounts, and they'll send it to you each month, get you on that email list. And you can check out their shop, because they have a great shop of exclusive Cowabunga variants. Amazing stuff. Yes, they've always been there for us, and we take them for granted. So there you go. Now you know.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 726, for comics originally coming out April the 19th and April the 20th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, are we in the final four yet of our round robin yet, Drew? And what did you think of Moon Knight?
Yes, we are, and I thought Moon Knight was good.
There you
go. I had the guys were on Slack were talking about like having like a Indiana Jones vibe. Did you get that from the third?
Yeah, I could get some of that. Yep.
And we may have got a glimpse at a new personality, maybe. That maybe.
Yeah, somebody was there, because if Steven said he didn't stab the guy, and Mark didn't stab the guy, who stabbed the guy?
So
did Khonshu stab the guy?
I know who I think it is. So we'll see if that turns out to be the case. And I really enjoyed all like the different avatars from the different gods getting together and having like a little meeting to make decisions. That was kind of neat. And yeah, some of the mystical stuff was pretty cool. I mean, I really still don't really know. Is Ethan Hawke bad? I mean,
well, that's the good thing about any bad guy is, there's some possible good to them. Like, Thanos might not have been completely evil in thinking we needed to thin things out a little bit.
Is the God Amat really? I mean, does it legit know that you're going to be evil?
That's my biggest thing that I dislike about it now, is we haven't really got into the evils of Amat and how bad it would be if Amat is released and all that stuff, because it's just kind of
I mean, we saw
a theoretical thing.
We saw him kill that lady who had been good all her life because, well, Amat knows you're going to do something wrong, And
yeah, I was going to say, if you haven't done something wrong, you are planning to.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was kind of wonky there. Like, I'm like, is that really legit, or is this just a crazy god that's just going to kill people? So I wish it would do a little something like, I'd really like to know who's bad. I mean, obviously Khonshu's pretty legit, avenging over time. So we got a long string of work that we know Khonshu's all right. But this Amet, I don't know that we know I don't know my Egyptian history enough to know. So
All I know is it's a weird crocodile-looking thing.
yeah, we got 3 episodes left, and so we're halfway home. It doesn't feel like we're gonna get there, but I said that about like the last few. We also got announced today that Hawkeye will not be back for season 2.
Boo.
So, the scuttlebutt is
We get Echo.
it did what it was supposed to. It said goodbye to old Hawkeye, introduced new Hawkeye. She has been introduced, and now can play in the MCU or wherever, or the DC
With the rest of the Young Avengers.
Yeah. Or West Coast Avengers.
Correct.
One of the two. But yeah, so we're kind of hoping, we could do this again, but we'll see her again, but somewhere else. Not in season 2.
Yeah.
Now we do it. Yeah, like I said, we're down to round 3, our final 4 of the DC round robin, which voting doesn't begin until next Tuesday, the 19th. But they have been announced. And those 4 moving on are Constantine and the Demon, Vacation from Hell.
Ta-da.
Written by Frank Allen with art by Nick Varelli. Suicide Squad Dark, Zach Thompson and Gary Brown. Green Lantern, Light at the End of Forever, Cy Spurrier and Marco Santucci. Superboy Man of Tomorrow, written by Kenny Porter with art by Johnny Lindsay. So Constantine beat Hawkman, as you said they would, and it wasn't even close. 61-39. Dark beat Kid Flash, wasn't even close. 60-40. Now Dark and Constantine, kind of the heavy hitters of the group, are on the same side. So only one of those are going to be moving on, unfortunately. And on the other side, the weaker half of the bracket, Green Lantern Forever just crushed that Ghost Town from Hell, 67-33. And then Superboy easily beat the other Green Lantern, 55-45. So we're going to get a Superboy or a Green Lantern in the finals. And we're going to get either a Constantine or a Suicide Squad Dark in the finals. And I'm hoping it's Constantine, and I'm hoping Constantine wins the whole thing, because it's the only one of those 4 I want to read. So we have 4 choices, and I only want to read one. If Suicide Squad Dark wins it, I might sample that first one, because if there's like a Detective Chimp and a Dead Man in there, yeah, I might want to check that out.
Not from the picture. Yeah, there's Detective Chimp.
Yeah. So if there's some of those guys, maybe. But what might have been? So let's just hope it's Constantine and the Demon that just goes right here, blows right through this. And that. But we won't know for a while. It looks like, because we're not even going to start voting until the 19th. Probably get a page or 2 at that point. We don't have any pages right now. And then do we get 10 pages in the finals? Is that what I said?
That's what you told me last time, yeah.
I think you get a page in the final 4, and then you get a 10-page ash can basically in the finals. So I don't care. It's not going to influence me at all. I don't care if I see pages or not. And like I was telling you, the creative teams are all like the recognizable creators, So there are no unknowns really that are squeaking through here.
No Cinderellas.
No, not really. Yeah, that would have been Captain Carrot, and that didn't work. So, but at least, the silver lining to all of this, no matter what wins, it's not going to be a Bat Family book.
It's true.
So there's plenty of those. Those should not even be allowed in this thing anyway, because they get greenlit right and left. So thank God they learned from their mistake there and didn't allow any Bat Family books in this round. So, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
We got. We could have jumped to the next month, Kyle, but we decided to stay in April since April's only halfway through. We haven't got our orders aren't due until the 28th of the month. So from Cowabunga, so we've still got plenty of time to be looking through our previews, our existing previews. So we're going to take a look at some of those middle tier publishers, Dark Horse, Dynamite, Boom, those guys, and see what they have to offer in the April for June.
And of course, the first one up on the docket after Image in your previews guide is Dark Horse. And the first thing they want to start with, a 4-issue series from Tyler Crook called Lonesome Hunters.
Yeah, that looks really good. Big fan of Tyler Crook. Like his art a ton. So I think that should be good.
Yeah, so we got a monster hunter in hiding crosses paths with a young girl that forces him to confront chaotic creatures. So, a coming-of-age fantasy adventure. So, that's not bad. 32 pages, 4 issues on that one, $4 pop.
Yeah.
Nice grimy looking, like the kind of, the art's pretty good.
We're going to collect that Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo series, We Have Demons, which I didn't realize all 3 had been out already. I missed something.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 Blackout #1.
I have to circle back to play this game again. They just had a giant content update about 3 weeks ago. So I got to jump in and redo this game, and then I'll see if I'm interested in Blackout.
This was that game was like people were excited for it, but then it kind of came and it was kind of wonky, right? It was glitchy or didn't live up to the hype at first, but
CD Projekt Red is one of the better studios of the last decade, and had a just absolute home run with Witcher 3, and all the things they did with that game coming prior to this. So they spent a 5-year development cycle on Cyberpunk 2077, and then when it hit, it was just riddled with bugs and thin and story difficulties, and just hit very, very flat, unfortunately. Like I said, they've had some good big content updates, and they seem to have righted this ship, but who knows if it's too late for that. But like I said, I'm going to jump back in and run through it, and then hopefully if I can knock out a good chunk of this game, I can make this Cyberpunk Blackout decision before it completely finishes, I should say.
Yeah. They had this has to be like what, the 3rd or 4th volume of Cyberpunk comics?
Yeah, because if you look at the very next one, they've got a trade for the prior 4-issue miniseries.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
So, I mean, it's all pretty cool, dystopian future where you can swap out your body parts and stuff for technology, and there's a lot. It's a very cool world. It's just a matter if anybody cares.
Yeah, this is the 4th. This was the 4th trade or 4th volume in the series. Let's see, Dragon Age: Wraith of Tavitner.
Dragon Age, of course, another game. It's one of the RPGs from BioWare.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, taking off the Dragon Age Inquisition video game. So
that's their niche. That's going to be Dark Horse's niche.
Dark Horse has clung to some of the video game properties and franchises and done very well with them.
Do we still see the specability of these a couple of volumes in? Probably not, right?
No, not a couple of volumes in. Pretty much the specability is in the first run of something that hits hard. When The Last of Us first hit, and there was the first book and a few other things. Titan actually had a lot of the stuff that hit pretty good when it first hit video game crossovers.
Was it the Cyberpunk that was the Peach Momoko first
No,
She was
that
doing
was
all the
not
covers.
Cyberpunk. That was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, okay. Let's see if we get the second issue of Shaolin Cowboy. I think I blew over.
Oh, hold on. We got to talk about Cavan Scott's The Ward.
Yeah.
So that's on the prior page. So it's a 4-issue series. They're touting him as the writer of Star Wars High Republic, an intense medical drama brimming with fairies, trolls, and real human pathos. St. Lilith is a secret hospital for supernatural creatures. The personnel are overworked and the facility is underfunded. It's a place and a life, Dr. Nat Reeves, though she is left behind until a wounded woman with a tail appears on her doorstep. So that's a very original, very neat.
Is it, though?
It's kind of like...
Didn't Aftershock do ETER?
That's space. This isn't
fantasy.
Different.
Yeah.
This is ER meets Hellboy.
Gotcha.
Is how they're
Yeah,
touting
gotcha.
it. I think that actually sounds pretty cool.
Speaking of which, a bunch of Hellboy stuff. Hellboys and BPRDs.
Mm-hmm.
Sword of Hyperborea. The British Paranormal Society.
Just if you want to give Mike Mignola money, there are ways to do it.
Yes. Joe Golem, Occult Detective, Omnibus. Which I remember that one being pretty good, I think, originally. If that's the one I'm thinking of. Brian Michael Bendis' Pearl.
The third iteration.
Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure if I read the second one. Also with Joy Operations. Goldfish. Goldfish, I don't remember that one. So that must be an older creator owned that he's porting over here.
Mm-hmm.
Edgeworld, Chuck Austin's book. Frank Miller rolling out of Sin City, Volume 6. There's a Witcher, Library Edition. Black Hammer Omnibus, Volume 1. 400 pages of Black Hammer.
Stranger Things Kamchatka, issue 404.
Finishing up. Norse Mythology and Breakout. Breakout, I just got issue 1. I haven't got a chance to read it yet. I'll let you know. Count Crawley, Amateur Midnight Monster Hunter, finishes up with 4.
That the 4-issue Apache delivery service will be nice to have in a nice little trade there.
Yeah, I've read the first 2 issues of that. It's really good. I've got the last 2 sitting there stacked up I need to read. Always Never is collected as a trade. Jenny Zero, number 2. The Collector, number 3. A lot of hardcovers, a lot of trades being collected.
Daisy in a hardcover form.
And some figures.
Pretty much it from Dark Horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're into the toys and stuff for now.
Well, we take a look at Dynamite. Samurai Sonya launches with its first issue.
Hey, get ready to meet an all-new Sonya in a setting you would never expect.
This is not Red Sonya.
Correct. This is Asian Sonya.
But probably variation on a theme, I'm guessing.
Not putting as much behind the artists and the covers on this one as they had for some of the other title. Interesting.
No.
There's usually a couple of at least mid-tier to high-end names on some of the covers they do.
Yeah.
Not really this one.
And not even a single cosplay.
Yeah, there's 2 cosplays, or at least they're named cosplay.
Oh, okay.
Cover D, and there's another one.
They're not showing them.
They're correct. They're not showing them.
Gotcha. Yeah, there's lots of information there, lots of an interview with the creator. So you got everything you need to know whether you want to get the Samurai Sonya or not. When you get down to page 138 in the catalog itself, Miss Fury Joy Division. Does that not look like Catwoman?
Looks a lot like Catwoman.
Okay, not just me. That's Billy Tucci doing the writing, helping out on art as well. Yeah, I guess Catwoman doesn't own the rights to spandex, black spandex.
This is true. Spandex and claws and night sky behind.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't own that.
Ears and red lipstick. I mean, it's all there.
It's all the pieces.
We talked about Red Sitha last month.
Elvira, Vampirella. Getting volume 3 of The Boys. We've got the Legion of Forgettable Supervillains coming out in trade. That seems like a fun little twist.
Curiosity Book's a little all agey.
Yes, for sure. The coins that have they caught on, you think? The coin?
I don't believe they did.
They cost a lot to fire up the mint for those.
John Carter of Mars, number 3.
Tons of covers there.
Yep.
More Red Sonja, Immortal and Otherwise. Betty Page. I mean, who's reading the Betty Page stuff? I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, where's the other actors and actresses? Why don't they have books from the back then? Like, why her? Why just her? I mean, obviously she's an attractive lady. Was. But I mean, there are lots of attractive ladies back in Hollywood, right?
Yes, indeed.
So why we do so many Betty Pages but no other old pinup actresses? Why does James Mansfield not have one of these books? You don't have an answer? I'm actually asking the question. I really want to know.
I mean, that is the name, and that's the only one they're marketing.
Yeah, I guess.
More Red Sonja. More NYX. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. At least there we got some Rose Besh covers and a couple.
We can see the cosplay.
Mm-hmm. Anything else for you in Dynamite?
No, let's take a look at Boom.
Let's see what Boom has to offer. Buffy 97, number 1. Max Bemis. We are going back to where it all began.
Yeah, you lost me at first, then you got me back with Max Bemis, then you lost me again at $8.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, I don't know. I guess it's a one-shot, right?
Yeah, it's a number 1. It doesn't say one shot.
It doesn't say one-shot, does it?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I was not a fan of the show, so that's probably not for me. Vampire Slayer, it's its 3rd issue. Firefly, Power Rangers, a lot of licensed properties that I'm not enamored with enough to want to continue to follow.
Same with Firefly, but I've done.
But it was how long ago? How long ago was Firefly?
Very long time ago.
I mean, we got to be put at 15 years at this point, right?
Yeah.
Orcs, the Curse, number 1.
Did you see that this Power Rangers book is not even giving us a writer?
No, I did not see that. TBA. We don't even know who's going to write this crap.
Correct.
Wow.
Yep. We know we're putting it out, but we don't know if we get a story.
We know we're putting it out in 2 months. We don't have it written yet. So is someone doing the art right now? And somebody's going to come back in and write a story around it? The old Marvel method?
I assume it's to be announced that they're waiting to drop that announcement.
Oh, it could be somebody so amazing that we're going to keep that on the down low.
Now you can talk about orcs.
Yeah, I said enough. Yay, orcs. Now we have Fence Rise. Is this the one? This is volume 5.
You read the first volume, and then you lost track of the other 4 volumes.
Is that possible? That I only read the first volume? And now we're at volume 5? Did I really lose track of Fence? That much?
I guess.
I must. I don't even recognize any of the characters on the cover. Oswald's Body, Berserker. Berserker's still happening. It's still a thing.
It is. It hits so darn hard, and now it's kind of, I want to say limping, but I haven't read it enough to know.
Yeah, it's the final arc, so it's wrapping up. And it still hasn't come to Netflix yet, so I don't know. If it has been petering out, then these are going to be lower print run books, right? The end. Yep. And if the series is great, those are going to be sought after, and those are going to be the low print runs one. I mean, I have a copy of the first one or two, and there's million copies of those out there.
Yeah.
So not as much value, but there is a play to be made here, right?
This is true.
As books peter out towards the end, and those are usually harder to find. The lower print run books. Moon Knight first series is a good example of that. Some of the Platt books at the end.
There's a Midland on Spawn where the numbers were super down, and those ones are super good money. Yeah, just a regular mid-arc story, nothing special going on. It's going for what, $60 Yeah,
of Spawn. Yeah.
Something is Killing the Children, issue 24. We got a main cover. We have a Jenny Frison die-cut mask variant. We have a Blood die-cut mask variant. We have an Oliver Barrett incentive cover. We have a Jenny Frison incentive cover. And a Jenny Frison unlockable. I'm unaware of what the unlockable is. We'll have to inquire with Eric about that.
Yeah, I'm sure
that these have been spiking, and even those die-cut mask covers are really cool looking.
Yeah, unlockable is just have a retailer unlocking it, or if you buy 1,000, you get to unlock this one.
That is the question.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, you never know. I didn't know if Boom still. I guess Boom still does those shenanigans. I thought Marvel stopped with the buy 20% more than you did of X, Y, and Z. This unlocks this.
House of Slaughter 7, we got a Raphael Albuquerque main cover as well.
The Grim, Grim, what is that? Grim number 2. That's also a couple of Frison covers. She's just cranking them out, man. Does Frison ever do interior art anymore? You don't think she does she?
I don't think she's on a book at the moment.
And our book Revival, she just did the covers for, right? She didn't do the interiors on that either, did she? Or did she do the interiors then? Man, we loved Revival. with all this love for Jenny Frison stuff, you'd think that the revivals would start to heat up, right? People going back and grabbing those. Hey, maybe they will. Do you have a full run, don't you?
Oh yeah, I have the entire revival run and all kinds of
and all the variants,
interesting little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Norton did the art and Jenny Frison on covers.
Right.
For revival.
Once in future, we only find them when they're dead. This is the monthly time for me to chastise myself for not reading Seven Secrets by Tom Taylor. The final issue of Tom Taylor's 18-issue run. 3 volumes. I guess I can still read it.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't I read this, Kyle? It's Tom Taylor.
It's Tom, yeah.
Alice Ever After, Faithless, Jim Henson's Storyteller Shapeshifter, The Killer, Affairs of the State. And that might be it. That might be the end of the mid-tier heading into the
or at least what we're considering the mid-tier now, because I lose track.
Yeah, because IDW got demoted since they left for Penguin, and they're out. I don't know if they're even in the back half anymore. They might be. The comings and goings of the new distributor wars.
Yeah, no kidding. Support for Comics for Fun and Profit is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate in men's hygiene. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code C4FAP at manscaped.com. I've been with Manscaped since the 1.0, and now we're on the Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is the future of grooming, and I dare say the greatest trimmer ever. The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproofed and also has an LED spotlight for more precision shaving. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code C4FAP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the code C4FAP. That's the letter C, the number 4, FAP at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Okay, let's hop out of this and take a look at what's going on at the Cover Price Top 10, Kyle, for this week.
Yeah, this is our chance to look at the secondary market and see what's moving that we hopefully have a few in our collection, make a little bit of money off of. At rank 10, we have Batman Beyond, the White Knight, number 1, the Black and White Thank You, which is a 1 per store. I'm assuming this is a thank you because we had a bunch of issues with this book coming out and supply chain issues. As noted last week, the issue introduces several new appearances that can be turned into key bat roles. However, it's currently trending due to a cameo appearance of Red Hood's sidekick, a new Robin. DC sent out one of their rare 1 per store exclusives for this title, which just skyrocketed in value, 22 hitting the secondary market, $360 for Rawls.
I read it. It was good.
Very cool.
Kicking myself for not reading the Harley White Knight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because this one was really good, and a lot of stuff in there refers to some of the things back there that I missed. Yeah.
At rank 9, we have Spider-Punk number 1 and the 1 in 25. We were getting 55 for Rawls. Now we're sitting around the 35 mark, but a little bit of extra stuff around the Spider-Punk. You and I talked quite a bit about that when it was coming out.
Yeah, I read the first issue. It was okay.
There you go. We also have Spider-Punk number 1, the 1 in 50. That one ended up making a little bit better money at $158 on Raw still for that. We've been talking about Moon Knight. Moon Knight's number 1 from 1980. 49 copies continuing to sell in the secondary market. A CGC 9.8 going for $800. And good old Werewolf by Night 32 and CGC 9.6 almost clearing 20 grand.
Ha! Oh, wow. That hurts. That one hurts.
According to the CGC census, there are only 89.6 graded copies of this book, making it highly desirable and hard to find.
Mine was not 9.6, I'm guessing.
At rank 5, we have Brightest Day, number 4 from DC from 2010. Last week, it was announced by Variety that HBO Max is developing Aqualad in the original story. So, he is not introduced. Let's see here. While Jackson's first appearance is in this issue, he first appears as Aqualad on the cover of Brightest Day number 10. He is not reintroduced until almost 7 years later in Teen Titans 6 with altered powers and a complete redesign. So $40 for Raw on Brightest Day number 4, which I do not have that one. At rank 4, Batman Beyond, The White Knight number 1, just the standard cover, $25 for Raw, settling closer to 18. Strange Academy 16. This is, of course, Howie, a werewolf-like character, possible ties to Werewolf by Night. $20 for Raw. The 1979 Battlestar Galactica number 1 is on here, Drew. CGC 9.8 is going for $295.
I had it, but it definitely wasn't a 9.8.
If you recall, a new show was announced back in October. However, a couple weeks ago, it was reported that the reboot showrunner moved on to other projects. While not dead, this does mean it significantly might have been pushed back. But we still bought some. And at rank number 1, we talked about, would these ever die? Would they still have value? What is the deal with these Webheads? Amazing Spider-Man 93, the Patrick Gleason Webhead for Ben Reilly, $21 for Rawls on that one. 123 copies moving on the secondary market.
Yeah, it's not bad. I dig it. I can see why it's sought after.
There you go.
At rank 11, we have Spider-Man number 1 from 1990. What? 3 million of these out there, 4 million of these out there. 18 copies sold. We even offered $291.75 for a CGC 9.8.
Wow.
Rank 12, we have Nova number 1 from 1976. We got $740 for this CGC 9.6. Spider-Man 2099 number 1 from 1992 comes in at rank 13. And it sold 25 copies and had a high sale of $175 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 14, we got King Conan number 3. This is a little controversial with the Pocahontas thing going on. 22 additional copies sold with a high sale of $21 for a Raw. At rank 15, we have Amazing Spider-Man 93, the Sandoval 1 in 25. And we're continuing to move this because of the Chasm appearance. Track 25 copies selling with a high sale of $67 for a Raw. Also from 1979, the Battlestar Galactica Whitman variant sold 15 additional copies and a high sale of $749 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 17, we have Strange Academy number 16, Ryan Stegman's character spotlight. This is the first full appearance of Howie. It's a gorgeous B cover featuring a solo spotlight on Eva Quintero, cousin of the Marvel character Reptile. 13 copies sold at a high sale of $26 for a raw copy. At rank 18, we have Amazing Spider-Man 265 from 1985. This is the Foreigner appearance. Who was formerly married to Silver Sable. This makes people think that Silver Sable might also appear in the film, and her first appearance in this issue moved 15 copies at a high sale of $601.48 for a CGC 9.8. At rank 19, we have the .1 issue from Marvel from 2011, which is the first Sam Alexander in a comic. We got 21 copies sold, and we're sold a 9.8 for $385. And rounding out our list at number 20, we have X-Men number 4 from 1992. And this is the introduction of Omega Red and Mephisto. Blah, blah, blah. And so, it's still that. So there was, even though there's disappointment, they're still buying this book. 21 issues sold. It has dropped half of its value from the all-time high of 500 for a 9.8 to its highest sale this week, which was $200 for a 9.8. So, because of the Falcon and Winter Soldier not having Omega Red in there, the speckers are dumping the books, I guess. Interesting. Well, let's move on to our FOC and see what kind of stuff we can make sure we snag before they run out.
Yeah, of course, FOC is our final order cutoff. It's our last opportunity to see about getting a few things added to our order and what we want to do there. We have this weekend to add a few things. Looks like most of the stuff is coming out just the beginning of, looks like the 10th and stuff on May. So let's see if there's anything we need to add to that order. Start with some of our DC titles, Drew.
Yeah, we got some great Batgirls covers. I like them all. They really do a good job on those. Blood Syndicate Season 1, number 1. A couple solid covers for those as well. Interesting looks.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use Son of Kal-El covers if there's anything interesting there. Yeah, kind of generic.
What issue is that? It's 11, okay.
11, yeah.
I guess in 13 we're going to get Dreamer.
Okay.
Introduced into the comic, so it might be the first time she's been in the comic, so that could be a big one.
Cool. Yeah, the cover that's going to be the thing about that Superman Son of Kal-El is the cover C, the Brian Ching AAPI cardstock variant.
And we got the Wrong Earth coming back for a purple one-shot. A lot of people enjoying the Wrong Earth.
Mm-hmm. It's so weird that we have Nightwing. We have a Fear State cover for Nightwing.
Where do you see that?
The hardcover.
Oh,
right there. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we collected just the Fear State, but wasn't there only like 3 issues?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because it's $25. I gotta dig a little deeper into that. Exactly what's in that.
Nightwing, the annual, the story from Batman Urban Legends, 84, 85, 86, and the annual, and Urban Legends. So it's 5.
Okay, 5 issues.
Yeah. Still, unless you're a completist, which most comic collectors are, but if you're not a completist, skip this bad boy.
Yeah.
Save yourself the heartbreak. Let's see what crossover over at Image is going to give us a cool homage cover to old Image comic book with blood splatter on it. I love that. It looks really cool. Very nice. Our 8 Billion Genies, we were excited about that. This is our last chance to pick that up.
Jenny Frison and Tim Seeley on the cover B.
I don't love that one, but it is probably the best of the covers, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Declan on the cover C.
I'm not. I don't know. What do you think?
just roll a dice and pick one because they're all fairly similar.
Yeah, nothing great there. But I really love the concept of that book, and I want to own it. So
yeah.
Farmhand comes back with issue 17. I think it left. Feels like it's been gone a while.
We have Spawn 329. We do not have a Bjorn Barons cover, and I, for one, really miss it.
Yeah, because they're good. Really good. Mm-hmm. Is this the final time before time? No. No, it doesn't say so. Man, can you hear the storm outside my window, Kyle?
I cannot.
Oh my goodness, it sounds like I'm in the middle of Twister. So if
Watch for cows.
If I stop talking, and you hear the wind blowing, you know what happened. I've been swept away.
We talked during our previews about something that's killing the children and some of the die-cut mask variants. We have another one here associated with issue 23.
Where's that at?
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm looking in Marvel here first.
A small offering from Marvel.
Yeah, it is. For them.
Soap number 5. We had a bad cover for 4. Not bad for 5.
Did we make Thor 25 a anniversary issue of some sort? Looks like so.
Yes.
$6.
Yeah, we are. Legacy, I assume.
And this is... I'm going to do something special with this, I know. Grab the J. Scott Campbell, right? So you got Donny Cates, J. Scott Campbell, celebrating the 60th anniversary. Something, that something's going to happen. He's going to do something. Who knows?
Yeah.
I like the scroll cover for Wolverine 21. That's pretty nice.
Go on to Silk number 5 and look at the Woo variant.
Okay. What's going on there?
I don't know. I very much like that.
Yeah, it's it's a little reminiscent of Momoko, but with cleaner lines.
Mm-hmm.
This is Na Young Woo, the artist, and this is the first time I've noticed this person.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty nice. You're right. You know how I feel about Dynamite stuff. Moving on from that, you've already kind of covered Boom, right? You found the die cut. You'd been excited about that blood splatter die cut before.
It's a good looking cover.
Yeah, it does have the possibility of jumping off. Anything in the back half that you're noticing? Oh, Kyle, AWA's Jones's number 2. I read that first issue. I don't know if you remember what the pitch was, but they're trying to like fit in. They developed superpowers after a pandemic wiped out a bunch of people, and so these people are starting to show superpowers now, and people are like, regular people are like, did you guys cause this pandemic that killed everybody? And then they want to register, and they want to round them up and register them. And so it's pretty interesting. It's like some ideas that have been touched on before, but um, it it was a pretty fun first issue, and you could definitely see it in another medium and working. Little AWA keeps crushing it.
Good old AWA.
Never Ender #1 from Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Oceans Will Take Us was pretty good. It reminded me of their first. This is their second issue that they're offering now, but the first issue reminded me a little of like Fence. You know, it had that feel. There was a swim team involved.
Yeah.
Around it's at a high school, but there's also supernatural elements. So, and that's an Aftershock book. So, you know, Aftershock and AWA. You know, you really can't go wrong with their stuff.
There you go.
I think that's all I noticed.
All right, you get to pick one from in here. What are you picking?
Well, thought I knew it. I thought I knew what I wanted. I really thought it was going to be. Okay, so I've got 8 Billion Genies.
Mm-hmm.
I got Thor 25.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to go crossover, but I'm definitely not going to go crossover. Now I'm between 8 Billion Genies and Thor 25, and I think I'm going to go with 8 Billion Genies.
Very cool.
And I'm going to go with the Frizen cover B.
I'm going to go with my Silk 5 cover, just for fun.
I like it too. I liked it too. I wasn't going to say that because you did, but I really like it.
Yeah, the Woo cover.
The Woo cover. All right, let's take a look at CBSI's Hot 10.
Yeah, let's head over to good friends at comicbookinvest.com. Look at their Hot 10, their Hot 10 from April 15th. And their #1 book. We talked a little bit about Jenny Frizen today already. And here we have Sandman Universe Nightmare Country #1, Jenny Frizen 1 in 100 variant. Already between 2 and 300. Feel like Jenny has been on the Hot 10 block several times in the last week. Honest question for those that read Sandman: is anybody really excited about the upcoming show?
You know, I'm worried about it. I'm worried about it being any good.
Yeah.
But if it can capture that, what I loved about reading the comic, then that'd be great. But I'm a little worried. Yeah.
At rank 2, we have another Sandman Universe Nightmare Country #1. This is the Nick Robles gold foil variant. This is between $100 and over $150. 2 Sandman books at the top of the list. It's going to be a new thing. Not sure if we're on board or what we're doing. I don't want to subscribe to some digital platform just to get physical copies. But who knows?
Is that what the deal was?
I think so.
So you had to be a DC Universe subscriber in order to be eligible to purchase these? Or something else?
Yeah, we'll have to do some research on that one. At rank 3, we have Black Panther #3. This one is scorching hot. Raws are $60, 9.8s, already hitting 300. What happens if Marvel treats this character well? Will they be able to meet the expectations? At rank 4 with Spider-Punk #1, the Takashi Okazaki 1 in 50 variant, already over $140. Don't know if it's the art, the character, the rarity, or what it is, but it is causing this to move up the money ladder. But it's clear that someone is happy with it for one, and that is reason enough. At rank 5, we have Bunsen Beaver #1. I'm completely shocked by this. Over $100. I thought Bad Idea was dead. What do donuts have to do with a Beaver comic? Why would anybody spend $100 on these? These are all questions we have pondered So that's another bad idea book.
Yeah, and I'm out of the bad ideas business, so this would not have been on my radar.
Apocalypse and the Extracts, #1, David Nakayama 1 in 50 variant, written by our boy Tim Seeley. $320 for Raw. Definitely not easy to find, and DNA. And let's see here. So I don't even know who the first appearance is on this one. Really. So
No, I can't tell.
I'll have to look into that one as well. But that's an interesting book.
That's interesting cover. What year is this from? Do you know? I don't even see that. I can't even tell the price.
Bob's Burgers #1. Raw copies are over 50 and 9.8s of it, 300. A sleeper good showing. Surprised it took this long for there to be some movement on this. Not really an easy book to find. Brightest Day #4. Doubled in price from $10 to over 20, almost 25 now. Charlize Theron producing some kind of Aqualad series. Show of hands. Who cares about this?
This is like a cameo in this book?
Yeah, we talked about it when we went over the comics heating up stuff. Yeah, he's got his first appearances in this, but not the iteration that we're probably going to get, but this is very origined. Psylocke #1, Christopher Yost writing that one. $100 for Raw. This has long been a fan favorite cover, but normally was just about $40 to $50. This week saw multiple sales of this book, each going higher than the other. And it is just a rare, underappreciated cover. And we have A Town Called Terror #1, the 1 per store variant. Over $20. Exceptionally slow week this week, so this one made it on here. Part of our honorable mentions, we have Warhammer 4K, the 1 in 25 Gist variant. A CGC 9.8 went for over $200. It's a very odd Marvel book.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember when this came out, and I thought, why would anybody want this? Well, there's why. Because it's Kieran Gillen and Jason Burrows. There you go. Get that.
Yeah. And our other honorable mention, Weird Tales of the Future #3. Following up an $18,000 8.0 sale in January, a 5.5 copy sold this week for $6,600. I'll be honest, I don't know that my corpse would grow once buried into the ground, but who knows?
Yeah.
Must have been some very potent fertilizer.
Yeah, it's classic looking old cover, man, with the damsel in distress there. It's very nice.
All right.
Yeah, let's slide over to Lunar, see what's going on there with their new releases for, what are we looking for, the 19th and the 20th?
The 19th. Yeah, let's see all of our stuff coming out that week for our sneak peek.
World's Finest #2. This will be my make it or break it week, because I was lukewarm on this first issue, so I'm hoping this one gives me something that makes me want to go to the next issue. What doesn't have to do that is Batman the Knight #4, which I love, so it's been really great. So I'm enjoying that a ton. This is that Catwoman cover B, Jenny Frison cover that's just amazing.
Yeah, that is a very, very sheer.
This was our Lacey versus latex debate. We'll see how this does. Oh, and we get the third issue of Catwoman, Lonely City, which I thought was finishing it, but it looks like there's a fourth issue. The Cliff Chang Black Label book. There are no rules anymore. Remember when there used to be rules?
There used to be all kinds of rules.
We thought all Black Labels are going to be 3-issue, oversized, prestige formats.
Yeah.
Then the numbers started getting wonky, and they started putting regular books over there. Nothing makes sense. We thought we knew.
We thought we knew.
Oh, Nice House on the Lake, number 8. This is now a 12-issue series. Not sure if it always was, but I think so. So, speaking of black labels that don't fit the mold,
Yeah.
Kyle's Nightwings, only 2 covers to
91.
choose from.
Yep.
They're just okay, but Flash and Nightwing working together are always good. Good stories.
That 6th and final issue of Robins, I really like that cover B.
Yeah, you were a big fan of that with those guys all working out.
Mm-hmm.
Second Coming trades, the Mark Russell books are being collected. And that's all from DC and the boys. We slide down for the other publishers that'll come out on Wednesday. Starting in Image, we've got The Good Asian finally finishing up with number 10 of 10 of a 9-issue series, but now it's a 10-issue
10
series.
of a 9, yeah.
We've got Ice Cream Man 29. Be nice to see that book. Love that cover A with that. What do they call that? Where it like image after image after image receding.
Yeah, the infinity mirror. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
like a mirror look. Yeah, those are cool. Vinyl is being traded. That was a weird book, man. And then 4 covers for The Walking Dead 37. Gonna have the Glenn and Maggie marriage in prison. And Dark Horse, we've got Collector Unit 731, number 1 of 4. Stranger Things, number 2. Not much from IDW.
Not really anything at all.
Marvel's going to give us a Momoko variant for Avengers 55. Captain America 0 launch. Hulk 6. Never know what Cates is going to do there. And a nice Otley variant.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Knight
I'm
gets
interested in the spoiler variant.
Oh, yeah. What's been happening with those spoilers normally? Is it actually like something from the book that is spoiling?
I don't know. I haven't really kept track.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Punisher number 1 going back for his second print on the weird symbol on the chest now.
Oh, okay. Moon Knight getting a second printing as well. For number 9.
Star Wars High Republic 15 going for a second print. So that's cool. I do not believe that's the original cover on 15 for that.
Looks new to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Dynamite. Just giving us some songs and some Carpenters. John Carter's Mars. Boom gives us Buffy. Magic Hidden Planeswalker number 1. Several covers there.
Mm-hmm.
And a Buffy launch. From the back half, we get the 5th issue of Animal Castle, which shout out to Just Joe for hooking me up with that book. It's been really good. Almost caught up with it just in time for the new issue to come out.
hardcover for The Art of Batman, the movie.
Corollary #1. That's a Source Point book. I don't know that I love the cover art. And that's what the interior artist is going to be doing too, so probably have to stay away from that one. Dark Beach #1 from Behemoth. And that's a Wando cover on the C, or the D. I'm a big fan of his work. That one looks pretty good. I might have to think about that one.
It's that wicked cover on Horror Comics 9 from Antarctic.
Ah, cool. And that might finish it up for me.
Yeah, 5th issue of Knighted.
Yeah.
From AWA.
Quad 4. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, true. This is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's the one pick to make sure you put in your collection, because you are going to need it, because it's going to be the next thing on the Hot 10.
I thought I was going to go... Thought I knew what I was going to go, but now I think I'm going to go with the Dark Beach #1. I really like the Wando cover. I like the concept of living in a dome city because the drifting from the sun. I like that idea. I want to check that out. It's Dark Beach #1, BMF Comics. Probably one of my only BMF picks. I don't know if I picked it before or not.
You haven't recently, at the very least.
Yes.
And I'm going with Star Wars High Republic #15, the second print. I like it, second print.
And we know who that character is?
Yep.
Who is that?
I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but we do know who that is.
Okay, we know who that is. That's cool. And this might be her first cover? Or she was maybe smaller and less...
I was going to say, she's been on things, but this is a very good version of it.
Very good version of that. Cool. Very nice.
All right. We want to thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and myself through our sneak peek at next week and all the fun stuff. You can find some more from us over at over at Patreon, and search for Comics Fun and Profit. Be part of the community. Listen to the podcast ad free and get access to all our Slack and some of our early ideas and early pods as well. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. For Drew and for myself, see ya.
Join our Patreon page at patreon.com/comics for fun and profit. Why, you ask? Well, because we are on episode 700 and something, and we've been cranking these out for a decade for you. So, hey, support us. Throw us a shekel or two. Toss $1 our way. Toss $3 our way. Toss 5 or 10. Your choice. You can support us at any level, and that level gets you in our Slack channel. You get to be a part of our daily conversations that extend beyond our weekly podcast. You get entered into contests. We've given away multiple 9.8 slabbed comics over the years. We enjoy providing early access to our various episodes. We have exclusive access to shows that never see the light of day elsewhere. Video shows, review shows, exclusive episodes just for our patrons. Access to Drew's Comic Project. Really more of a curse and a burden for patrons, but you get to see my fledgling attempts at making comics, panel pages, process stuff, even signed and remark original prints if you want. I can hook you up with that sort of thing. So there's tons of reasons to join Patreon. If you like what we're doing and you want to help us out, server costs ain't cheap. Kyle and I have been doing this, like I said, for 10 years. We love it, but we could always use a little motivation. A little something, a little wet our whistle, a little something to give us a taste. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/comicsfunprofit.